Thank you, friend, for joining me today. Thank you so much for your prayers and support for this ministry. I would like to respond to this news about Trinitarian Seventh-day Adventist pastor Ron Kelly. He had made this video yesterday, and I would like to share this with you and the current update on what is happening now.
My new YouTube channel. I look forward to continuing to share many. Hello, friends. Welcome to my new YouTube channel. I look forward to continuing to share many beautiful and inspirational things from God's Word. I want to encourage you on this journey. I also look forward to sharing some of the challenging chapters that could be learning moments for my fellow pastors, church members, and leaders. I'll be posting shortly. Please stay in touch. Subscribe if you'd like.
So he is now on YouTube, as he was fired from his position as the Village Church Seventh-day Adventist senior pastor. Was fired by the Michigan Conference. It was a wicked decision. And when I was listening to his explanation of why he was called by the conference, and the conference leaders did not give him the fact sheets of his termination, I remember my own experience. It's the same modus operandi of the conference administration. They have it depends on state by state. They have this administrative function that they could just fire if the state is at will. What I mean at will state is they can fire any employee that they deem is not fit for their purposes. So Ron Kelly, a Trinitarian, was fired by the Michigan Conference, all because of they were not satisfied with the handling of Conrad Vine's fiasco. So the update is the Village Seventh-day Adventist Church sends letter to the Michigan Conference, and this is the letter formally written to the Executive Committee of the Michigan Conference in Lansing, Michigan. I personally know this place, and when I was still in Andrews University. So this is as real as you could get. So the whole letter is about the church is appealing to the Seventh-day Adventist Conference in Michigan not to remove Pastor Ron Kelly from the role of senior pastor at the Village Seventh-day Adventist Church. Now, why is that significant? Well, they already made their decision. They fired him. The Michigan Conference has done to Pastor Ron Kelly, according to this Fulcrum commentary, implications far beyond the state of Michigan. It reinforces a growing divide between the elites and common people in the church and reveals an ugly spirit of coercion by leaders, the wickedness in high places, at its blatant full display. Reveals an ugly spirit of coercion by leaders who would rather destroy the flock, Jeremiah 23:1, and then lose their ability to control them. According to this author, I believe that we are looking at the church. What we are looking at in the church is a growing distinction between the so-called elites and the common folks, those that are using spiritual authority to further their agenda, the wicked decisions. During COVID, and more recently with the Conrad Vine sermon, the church has polarized into a distinctive stalemate, an inconclusive struggle between the so-called elites led by Ted Wilson and the common folk who are in the actual local churches, who value personal liberty over credentials. Though handling the COVID crisis poorly, the SDA elites see themselves as superior to a commoner class who is too taken with personal liberty and natural immunity convictions they scornfully decry as conspiracy theorists. Well, the Ted Wilson and his cohorts and minions, they are siding with the government on this. Is there a power imbalance? Yes, the elite control the church property and can prevent dissenters like Conrad Vine from dissenting from the pulpits of conference-owned property. That power imbalance is painfully illustrated by the canceling of Conrad Vine for, ironically, the sin of suggesting a way of address the power imbalance. And now Ron Kelly is their next victim. I believe the Lord will frustrate the attempts of these churchy elites to silence opposing voices. I also believe the voices of Ron Kelly and Conrad Vine will now sound with renewed relevance, and there are voices worth hearing, like yours, of course. The voices of the Trinitarian strife is clear and blatant. I would appeal to Ron Kelly to consider the message of the 1872 and 1889 true Seventh-day Adventism. It's not only doctrinal that the Seventh-day Adventist is corrupted, but also moral. Friends, if you continue to support the Trinity Corporation, Seventh-day Adventist, a new organization since 1904, their founders are Prescott, Wilcox, Daniels, Fromm, Wilson, then it is your choice. But I would like to tell you, those people who are controlling the church today are apostates. They are not in obedience to our original faith and to the counsel of James and Ellen G. White, Joseph Bates, the founders of Seventh-day Adventism. Many are blinded. Millions are blinded in the Seventh-day Adventist. The reason why I was able to understand this message is because I could not help but investigate why the leaders in the conference level are behaving. In my experience, pastors Ron Aguilera and Michael Daon, the treasurer during that time, 2017, January 2nd week of 2017, they called me and said, I have to go and I have to leave my position as senior pastor. Ray Pichette was the president, but he was not there. He just related to his secretary then, Ron Aguilera. Now, where are these men now? I don't know about Michael Daon, the treasurer back then. I don't know where he is, but I know where Ron Aguilera is. He is executive pastor of this Crosswalk Redlands Church, a most apostate and liberal church in Redlands, California. And I know where Pichette is. He is in Florida. He is leading a spiritual formation church called Seventh-day Adventist. All these men are apostates, elites, making the decision. And that is what exactly is happening now in the Seventh-day Adventist Church. The conference leaders want control, wickedness in high places. Friends, come out of error, come out of apostasy. Reject the Trinity doctrine. Reject the authority of those who would like to be called rabbi, master, or leader of the church. We must follow the true shepherd, Jesus, the Son of the living God, whose voice is heard now by many pastors who are awakened, including this channel. May God our Father bless you and his Son be gracious to you now and forever.